Voice of democracy. When I was younger, I would ask myself these questions several times. What is the hope for America in the future? Today, the United States remains as one of the greatest nations in the world. America led other countries to victory and aided countries during the harsh times. Overall, America accomplished a lot of great things since the Revolutionary War, the year of 1775. However, there were times when the United States had gone through conflicts. With these conflicts, America will begin to fall. Though the United States may have weaknesses, there is something that makes the United States strong. That something that I am talking about are the veterans. The veterans that serve in the U.S. Army are brave. The veterans that are willing to fight for our freedom are brave. The veterans that are willing to sacrifice themselves for the better good for the United States are brave. Ladies and gentlemen, these veterans are the true heroes. They are the heroes that embrace duty, honor, and country. Bravery is something that many veterans embrace because being brave gives the veterans will and hope to serve their country. To become brave, the veterans must overcome their greatest fear and accept the sacrifice they made. For example, during the Vietnam War, many veterans left their family just to fight against the North Vietnam. The Vietnam War was considered as one of the most violent wars in history. Comparing to other citizens across the United States, only the bravest veterans were the ones who were willing to sacrifice themselves to give the Vietnam War their all. Though the United States may have lost the war, the brave veterans who sacrificed themselves for other veterans proved the brave veterans as heroes. As a result, bravery is an important factor to possess. Without bravery, the veterans that serve the country will only try to save their own life instead of saving others. Next, what America needs is hope. Have you ever felt you did terrible on a test that you studied hard for? Then, when you go home, your parents ask you about how you feel about tests, and you tell them that you think you did okay, and in your mind, you hope you did well on a test. This can be applied to veterans, especially when America seems to be losing and all they have left was hope. You see, without hope, the United States wouldn't have a strong military background. Hope is everything. Hope leads the veteran to victory. Martin Luther King Jr. once quoted, "We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope." With hope, you can be successful later in the future. Hope helps you achieve almost anything you want. It is important to understand that hope is all about being positive and confident. In the present day, however, there are people who view veterans as a threat. Some people would disrespect the veterans because they see the veterans' attitude change after the war was over. Some people would disrespect the veterans because they don't like the way veterans have more privileges and honor. People who have this mindset for the veterans need to change. Today is a day where all of us should treat the veterans with respect. Let's honor the veterans that fought in war, sacrificed their lives, and the ones that fought for our freedom. The veterans deserve more respect because imagine what someone's life was like during the war. Obviously, the veterans who fought in war are scarred by the experience since it takes a lot of courage to just volunteer to enter the war. Ultimately, the veterans actually gave their lives for citizens like us, so we don't have to worry much, but if we're able to see the veterans as great people, we can see our hope for the future.